"Don't sign this contract," said the cleaning man. The billionaire girl froze, then proposed to him. The pen hovered just above the paper, trembling slightly in her manicured fingers. The room was silent except for the soft hum of the city far below. Then a voice, quiet, rough, and completely unexpected, broke the moment. "Please, don't sign that contract." She looked up, shocked. The words had come from the cleaning man standing near the door. And in that instant, the billionaire heiress froze, unaware that her entire life was about to change. Before the story begins, take a moment to support the channel, Heartfelt Moments. If stories about kindness, humanity, and unexpected connections move you, please subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps keep these stories alive. The woman's name was Lily Hartman. At just 28, she was already a billionaire, the youngest CEO of Hartman Tech, a company her late father had built from nothing. Lily had grown up surrounded by wealth, but not warmth. Her mother had passed when she was a child, and her father, though loving in his own way, had always believed strength mattered more than softness. That belief shaped Lily's life. She trusted contracts, numbers, and legal documents more than people. Kindness, to her, was a nice idea, but rarely practical. On that particular morning, Lily sat in a sleek conference room at the top of her company's glass tower. Lawyers lined the table. Across from her lay a contract that would merge her company with a powerful investor group. On paper, it looked perfect. In reality, something felt off, but Lily had learned to ignore feelings. The only other person in the room was the cleaning man, quietly mopping the floor. His name was Daniel. He was in his mid-30s, wore simple clothes, and carried himself with a calm dignity. He had worked in the building for years, invisible to most people. Lily had noticed him once, months earlier, when he returned her dropped phone without asking for thanks. But beyond that, he was just part of the background. Until now. When Daniel spoke, every lawyer turned to stare at him. Lily's first reaction was irritation. This was a billion-dollar decision. Who was he to interrupt? "What did you say?" she asked, her voice sharp. Daniel swallowed hard. "I said, don't sign it. I know it's not my place. I'm sorry. I just couldn't stay quiet." The lead lawyer frowned. "Sir, this is a private meeting." Daniel nodded. "I understand. I'll leave. I just needed to say that." But Lily raised her hand, stopping him. Something in his voice wasn't arrogance. It was concern. "Why?" she asked. "Why shouldn't I sign?" Daniel hesitated. Then he spoke slowly, choosing his words carefully. He explained that his late father had worked as a janitor too, but had also been a trained accountant overseas. As a child, Daniel had helped him review business papers for extra money. Over the years, Daniel had taught himself to read contracts, just to understand how the world worked. "I wasn't trying to spy," he said. "But I saw the names on that document. My father warned me about them years ago. They look generous at first. Then they take everything." The lawyer scoffed. One of them laughed softly. "This is ridiculous." But Lily felt a chill. She asked for the contract again and, for the first time, read the fine print without rushing. Her heart sank. Hidden clauses. Control transfers. Long-term risks she had overlooked. The room fell silent. After a tense pause, Lily closed the folder. "Meeting adjourned," she said quietly. The lawyers protested, but Lily stood firm. When they left, only Lily and Daniel remained. "You may have just saved my company," she said. Daniel shook his head. "I didn't do it for that. I just didn't want you to get hurt." No one had ever said those words to her so simply. Over the next few weeks, Lily asked Daniel for help reviewing other contracts, unofficially at first. She paid him fairly, but more importantly, she listened to him. Daniel never talked down to her. He never tried to impress her. He was honest, kind, and surprisingly wise. Lily learned about his life. Daniel had once dreamed of starting a small business, but medical bills for his younger sister had wiped out his savings. He worked 2 jobs, never complained, and still found time to help others in quiet ways. One evening, after a long day, Lily invited him to dinner to thank him properly. It was the first time in years she had shared a meal without discussing money. As weeks turned into months, something shifted. Lily found herself smiling more. Trusting more. She started a program at her company to support low-wage workers, inspired by Daniel's humility. Then came the day Lily called Daniel into her office again. A new contract sat on the desk, this one clean, fair, and safe. She signed it without fear. But that wasn't why Daniel had been called. Lily took a deep breath. "Daniel," she said, "all my life, people have wanted something from me. You're the first person who helped me when you had nothing to gain." He looked confused. "I just did what felt right." "That," she said softly, "is exactly why I need you in my life." She stood up, walked around the desk, and did something no one expected. She knelt. Daniel's eyes widened. "Lily, what are you doing?" "I don't need someone impressed by my money," she said, her voice shaking. "I need someone who values people. Will you marry me?" Tears filled Daniel's eyes. After a long moment, he smiled. "Yes. But only if we keep choosing kindness, every day." They married quietly. Lily didn't stop being successful, but she changed how she measured success. Daniel became her partner not just in life, but in purpose. The story spread, not because she was a billionaire, but because she listened to a cleaning man who dared to care. And in the end, Lily learned the greatest contract in life isn't signed on paper, it's written through kindness. If this story moved you, let it remind you, sometimes the smallest voice carries the biggest truth. Choose kindness. It might just change everything.